So I have a theory on why it's so hard to date as a woman in 2024. And I don't mean this in a way of hating on men, but this playing field is not even. There are so many freaking unbelievable women out there these days. Women are killing it in their careers. They're taking care of their bodies. They're looking gorgeous. They know what they want. So men on dating apps that are getting matches have so many options to choose from, and because they have so many options, they would lose the chance to be with you for the tiniest reasons because they know they can find someone just as good as you. I recently had a friend who a guy couldn't commit to her because he was too busy with work, and a few months later he literally had a girlfriend, and she asked me, why didn't he want to be with me? Why did he go for this girl? And I told her, I think he genuinely was too busy with work, but he knew that he could find someone just as good as you a few months later when he's less busy, and that's exactly what he did. So next time a man rejects you, don't let it be any reflection of your self-worth, and maybe we should all just turn lesbian instead. I'm thinking about it.
I don't know what to tell you, gentlemen. I don't know what's destroying women's brains. It could be social media or education, because let me tell you guys, it doesn't matter how educated women are. That doesn't make them smart. Let me explain. She's saying that they are so many amazing, unbelievable good women out there. So my question is, why can't they find and keep a man? I mean, if they are so amazing like she said, all those women should be married with kids by now, right? And did you guys notice how she brag about how women now are focusing on themselves, their education, their career, that they're making money, on their bodies? Just a bunch of stuff that doesn't benefit men. Women are not focusing on learning how to be a good wife or a good mother. And it doesn't matter how much money she makes, at the end she's going to want you to pay for all the bills. And let's correct her. Men aren't the ones with all these options on dating apps. Women are. The guys she refers to with all these options are the Chad, the 1%. Those are the men that women are sharing. The same man that her friend was dating, that guy had options. So he just pumped her and dumped her, and he moved on to the next one. And if you want to go full lesbian because you can't have Chad, you have my blessings. Now let's see what the guys have to say about this. LOL, quite the opposite. Actually, men don't get likes or matches like that. Women do. And that's why they all go for the 5% to attractive men. And that's why I said that education does not make them smart, because they can't even realize, or they just don't want to see that they are dating the same man. Women date up. There's a lack of supply of those guys. Men date young. There's an endless supply of that. So true. But women want to believe that they are the price when they date that type of guy. It is like being a fat homeless guy wanting a good-looking woman and believing that he's the price. That sounds ridiculous, right? But that's women right there, gentlemen. So many options. Is she kidding? When I used dating apps, it didn't matter if we matched. I was lucky to get a response once every 6 months. That's crazy. It's really tough out there for men. Men are just not into dating and relationships like we were in the past. We gain nothing from relationships. Anyway, gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Whether you're a new subscriber or a long-time viewer, we're thrilled to have you here. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our exciting content. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for your continued support. We appreciate you and can't wait to share more with you. Stay tuned for more awesome videos, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So without further ado, let's begin.
Where are the men that give princess treatment? Because I'm telling you now, I am not going near another man who doesn't give me princess treatment. I'm sorry, it's not happening, darling, because I want someone who literally is obsessed with me, worships the grounds I walk on, literally kisses my feet. I literally want kisses on my toes, all right? That is exactly what I want. I don't think it's normal to be nonchalant. No, I don't want someone who's just, yeah, you're kind of pretty. No, I want you to literally, as soon as I wake up, I want you to kiss my forehead, tell me I'm the most perfect person you've ever seen on the planet Earth. And I want flowers. I want coffee every day. I want love. I want compliments. I want admiration every single day. Because what do you mean? You're my husband, babe. You are my husband. And I'm going to just settle for someone who doesn't give me that? No, sweetie. No. I would not do that. I'm so sorry. I need someone who literally is so irrevocably in love with me that they cannot imagine a day without me. They are pining for me every single day. They cannot ever take a breath without me in their life.
And this is why so many men are done with dating. The arrogance and entitlement is freaking insane. So she wants princess treatment? When she was probably raised by a single mom, not a king. So she doesn't deserve princess treatment. And why does she think that she deserves to be treated like a princess? Only because she's a woman? No, sweetheart. It doesn't work like that. You don't deserve it. You have to earn it. And the crazy thing is that most women think like her, that they deserve the world just for existing. They believe that they don't have to do anything to earn it. And it's so funny how women tell on themselves. For what she's saying, she's tired of dating chads, the guys that didn't have to do anything to get her in bed. Those guys just showed up, and they didn't give her princess treatment, and she didn't complain. But now, for some strange reason, she demands princess treatment. And this is what women do. They give it up for free when they're young, and when they start to hit the wall, that is when they're like, I can't make Chad to commit to me. I need more than just bedroom fun. And that's when they come out and say, I'm ready to be a wife. I want a guy who's going to treat me like a princess and all that BS. And what happens when you treat them like a princess and you give all your attention to them? They get bored. They say that you're so clingy. And they leave you for someone who's not giving all their attention to them. And what's that famous phrase? Treat them like a celebrity, and they'll treat you like a fan, or like a guy who's in the friend zone. Now let's read some comments. Then you will call them clingy and needy, and they find someone who isn't their rock they can rely on, 'cause the other is more exciting. Nice loving guys loose all the time. Already tried that. A few times got shit on every time, so no, not again. I'm good alone. And he's not the only one who has been so good to a woman and got nothing in return. And that's why so many guys would rather be alone. I got severely damaged from the last one already. I'm done with this. What do we get in return? Probably nothing. Just a bunch of debt, used and abused item, and a bunch of nagging on how men need to step up because we are not doing enough. And this one is from a woman. Yeah, you're gonna keep waiting. All the good ones are taken. See, gentlemen, most women think the same. She says all the good ones are taken. She's wrong. They're not taken. She doesn't want them. She doesn't even notice them, because I'm pretty sure the most women can find a good man. But the statistics show that they don't want that. They want someone who's the opposite of a good guy. They want the bad guy, the villain. 'Cause every woman have a good guy in the friend zone, a guy who does everything for them, but they don't want him. And that guy grew up like many of us, believing what society told us. Treat women right, give them everything, and you'll see that by doing that, she will give you her heart. Just a bunch of lies.
If you're a man and you were trying to approach women in public and finding no luck, I feel for you. There are so many rude women out there that don't give you eye contact, that barely give you conversation, and then if you do get conversation, it leads to nothing. And so you have the balls to have the conversation, but for what? I was in a coffee shop the other day and I heard this girl talking to her friend on FaceTime. And she was like going on and on about how she met this guy and he approached her in public and started having a conversation. And she was actually into it. It was a nice conversation. Things were going good. And then at the end, the guy asked the girl, so, do you have a boyfriend? And she's like, oh, so that's what this is about. This is what she's telling her friend. Like, she literally said that. Like, oh, and I was like, that's what this is about. Like, as if she was disgusted or something.
No wonder men are done with women. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. He came up to her nice without being a creep, right? That's what women say all the time, to come up to them without being a weirdo. And by the end of the conversation, he shot, asking her politely if she had a boyfriend, and she got offended. What did she think? That the guy was talking to her just because she thinks that she's this amazing person and people just want to talk to her because she's so interesting? No. Most women have overinflated egos. They think that they're so special, and that it is a privilege talking to them. But let's keep going.
Knees and like marry you like the second they meet you. No, you'd be freaked out if they did that. You'd also be freaked out if they like wined and dined you too fast because you'd be like, oh, they're love bombing me. Or if they bought you gifts or gave you attention or did all these things, you'd be like, oh my god, they're an avoidant attacher. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just overheard the conversation and then this is what happened. The girl was like, yeah, so obviously that didn't go anywhere, but he follows her on Instagram and I guess he's messaging her on Instagram. And she's telling her friend about how he keeps messaging me all the time. And so she's bragging on and on and on about this guy. boosting her ego while telling her friend these things. Yet she never gave that guy a chance at all. This is what just frustrates me so much. I don't think you should judge a book by its cover. And honestly, if you have a good conversation with someone that you find attractive and you're also having a good conversation with the person, it's like, give it a fucking chance. Because what else are you gonna do? That girl probably just felt really good, got an ego boost, told her friend like, oh, people like me, like boys like me, look at that. And then what's gonna happen? A week later, 2 weeks later, after this guy just gives up because he's like, what the hell? She's gonna be like, oh, I wish I had someone. I wish I had a boyfriend. I wish I had someone that treated me good. I wish I had someone in general. And then she's probably gonna go on the dating apps and then be frustrated and tell her friends the stories of how this guy liked me and oh, that guy liked me and oh, and just like boost her ego even more. So I know this is like a one-sided story, but it was just what I saw and heard in public. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like this is a part of the problem. So
let's blame other women and simps for women's egos, like this guy. I don't know why he's still trying to talk to her when she already rejected him, and she is not even responding his DMs. If women say no, just walk away. Women love to accept compliments from guys that they don't like just for an ego boost. That's all. Society makes them believe that they are perfect. They make them believe that they are 10s when they're not. Now let's see what the guys have to say. Men, we are cooked. I'm in the process of divorce. We realized love isn't real, so we stopped chasing. I mean, I'm starting to believe that men married for love and women for monetary gains. The problem right now here in the United States isn't that good men don't exist. Good men are exhausted from the games we have to put up with in order to connect with women. And I think this type of behavior is happening, and other countries too, because women are influenced by social media, and social media is everywhere. Don't forget that they'll sometimes even mock you for even trying. Yeah, I stopped trying. I also deleted my dating app. I travel alone and eat what I want, and 2024 is the first year I spent without a woman, and fellas, it's peaceful. I love it. The only women I talk to is my mother and my sister. I have no reason to talk to any other woman. This is why a lot of guys have stopped trying. When we do try, it's treated like a game and nothing more than an ego booze. We have feelings too, and we don't appreciate being treated this way. They laugh in my face and humiliate me. If you are starting to notice, guys, that men share the same stories about dating and relationships, she left me because I was a nice guy, she divorced me because she got bored, or I can't get a date because I'm not 6 feet tall, and women complain about how they can't get Chad to commit to them. They complain that they can't find the 1 or 5% of men that every woman wants to date, and that's something to think about. Well, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Be safe out there, and don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. And remember, the world is yours for the taking. Until next time.